Our next story also involves someone trying something new.
It's not every day you get to play a part on an iconic New Zealand soap. You've met Lee Warren, he's one of our reporters. He scored a part on Shortland Street recently. We were there to see how he got on.
Tony, what the hell? What are you doing? You'll hurt yourself.
I want to die!
On the set of Shortland Street, they're taping the first scene of the day. There's tension and emotion.
I want you to talk to someone. Scotty or the guy from the spinal unit?
You can go now.
16-year-old Tane has broken his back in a car accident. The script highlights the teenager isn't coming to terms with his spinal cord injury.
I'm not leaving you like that. I'm calling a nurse.
We didn't sit around and say we need a disabled character. We said, let's look at the situation and try and do it with emotional truth and try and do it in a way that will engage people. And as a consequence of that was where the storyline came from.
And this is where I come in.
Guest, that'll be me.
I've been cast in the role of Marcus, who shows Tane that life rolls on, even after an accident.
Hey, I normally wouldn't wear jackets, but Marcus does, doesn't he? Hi.
How are ya? I'm Simone.
Hi, Simone.
This is cool. I get my own dressing room and personal makeup stylist.
Wouldn't it have been easier to find an actor and put them in a chair than to get a paraplegic and teach them to act?
Of course, that would have been easier, but we have a bit of a policy that if we can, we will use the real thing. Like we had a Down syndrome girl, and it would have been quite easy to have used somebody pretending, but we just felt that, you know, I mean, there are people out there with skills, obviously, that are the right people for the job.
Like kicking a ball on the beach or something, but at times like that, I remind myself of one thing. See, Tane's accident is very similar to my own. His character had his accident when he was 16, and so did I. And it's not uncommon for somebody at the age of 16 to start thinking about how they're getting out into the world and doing lots of things and feeling very invincible, and then having an accident.
Actually learning their lines. I should do that too.
My inspiration for today? Easy. My own life experience. But can I act?
So we can go over the lines, run those lines.
Okay. Actor Ben Mitchell, who plays TK, gives me a few pointers.
Feeling.
Lots of lines, bro.
Oh, come on, you've got a whole book there. Here's my card. If you want to give me a call, my mobile's always on, day and night. I'll see you later, Tane.
He's really good.
Oh, sweet.
There's a buy on 7112 onto 7117. And Kyle and Lee, please step on through.
My chance to be a star.
Kyle and Lee stepping through. Kyle and Lee stepping on.
Tane, this is Marcus from the spinal unit. Marcus, this is Tane and Whitterman.
Hey guys, Tane. Oh, look, you don't know me. You probably don't even want me to be here. I understand. I've been right where you are. My accident happened when I was 16. I fell off a nifty 50, a little scooter. I just came around a corner, hit a curb and fell off. 3 ribs, one of them punctured my lung, and of course T12 vertebrae. Hey look, I'm not here to tell you that everything's going to be sweet and easy, because it's not. And the pain and anger you're feeling right now, it's not going to go away, not for a long time. I was quite angry when I had my accident, same as Tane's character is as well. I was actually angry for 2 years. I find myself associating with Tane's character and sort of we're quite similar, you know, not only our ages, but also how we had the accident's quite sudden, that he's got whānau and friends around him, you know, being quite supportive, even though he's sort of pushing them away.
It's got to get this freak out of my room.
Tane uses the word freak when relating to Marcus being in the "get this freak out of my room," and I can relate to that. It's how he's sort of telling himself, that's me. And look, there's my card. You can give me a call anytime. I had a person very similar to Marcus's character come in and talk to me. I just pretty much did the same thing as what Tane did and just told him to leave.
Sweating all the time.
Then be like, oh, muscles sweating, ha ha ha. That was fun. It was awesome. Didn't screw up my lines at all, not even once.
I think the writers portrayed my role as Marcus fairly accurately, except for a couple of small details.
I made some suggestions to the writers when I was doing some read-throughs at the beginning of Marcus's role. One of his lines is saying how he gets, you know, it's okay, you know, it hurts when you see your friends rock climbing and tramping, doing things you can't do. But in reality, I've done those. So I had a real challenge with trying to say that sort of stuff. They altered that line slightly, which was really cool. So it hurts your friends, seeing your friends doing things you can't, like kicking a ball on the beach. And I'm like, yeah, that's pretty much something I can't do.
The most sensitive subject of all, sex, was handled really well.
Sex is totally right up there with 16-year-old males. To not raise that question would probably be more of an issue than actually the issue of bringing it up.
So, can you still...
Yeah, there's ways around that stuff. You've just got to be a bit inventive.
It's a major point for the story and Tane's development. I mean, a teenage guy is told he's, you know, paralysed from the waist down. We were sitting around the table thinking, you know, sex, you know, does that mean that's the end of his sex life? We weren't sure.
It was just very, yeah, there's ways around that stuff. Bam, that's it. It's cut and it's moved on with. And then it's evolved into, there's ways around most things.
So you're motivated, bro. I don't know if I can get like that. I just wish I'd never gone to those stupid races.
It pays not to dwell. I mean, that's where our lives are. You just got to make the most of it. Get on with it. I find it very ironic that some 18 years later, I'm having the same conversation with somebody that's in a very similar situation to myself in hospital. It's almost like I've gone back in time and that's me laying there in the bed. And when I think about that, when I was reading the script one night, I didn't quite cry, but it really took me back to being in that situation.
But am I stuck? Just being stuck in there?
Mate, I'm not stuck anywhere. Having my accent's made me push myself more than I ever would have. I've gone to uni, I got my sports science degree, and you want to see the car I drive. Chicks go wild.
Yeah?
Yeah. Looking at him laying there in the bed and knowing he's not actually broken his back, but associating with him character-wise, a lot of the emotions and things that he's going through, the confusion, the hurt, the anger, the frustration, and then the blame game, yeah, I can really relate.
Push away.
I only had 2 short scenes today, but I'm hoping that Marcus evolves into a bigger role, helping Tane accept life in a wheelchair.
You guys are coming. Didn't even see it, we were just playing around. Sorry.